So DontStreamOnMax is trending yet again on Twitter, excuse me, X. And this time I got a notepad and I got all the reasons why. And we're gonna break it down today on the Tone Show. So apparently HBO Max canceled Our Flag Means Death. If you're not aware, I would put it lightly, it's a pirate show, but it's a very funny, inclusive comedy drama, diverse show. Taika Waititi's involved. Canceled on HBO Max. Excuse me, Max, because they got rid of HBO. And looks like this really set fans off. If you know, I was already upset with Max because they actually decreased the quality that you can stream stuff off. So they sent out an email saying that from now on you can stream things in HD. Before you could stream things in 4K Atmos. And they also downloaded how many downloads you can do. So before you could do I think 4 downloads, now you can only do 3. So basically they lowered the quality. They included ads. And they were like, here, we did you a favor. So people have finally caught on. So along with DontStreamOnMax, Fire David Zaslav is also trending. He's also the one behind the idea of canceling Batgirl. You remember the big controversy with that? He did it for a tax cut, people. He canceled it for a tax cut. So he's already been on the outs with fans. But canceling Our Flag Means Death looks like it actually set people off. And now all these different reasons. So the quality of what you get for an HBO Max subscription. You also increase the price. And he's been removing content. If you see my video, I'm gonna put it up here somewhere. Why streaming services keep removing content. For example, Raised by Wolves, they removed it off the service. Not only did they cancel it, and it was one of the most critically acclaimed shows, awesome sci-fi show, but they removed it off the service. So if you don't get a physical copy, which I don't believe they're available, basically you got rid of that content. So that's one of Zazzy's moves. Oh, what about changing it from HBO Max, which is a name that carries a legacy, to Max? Whose genius idea was that? That pissed people off already. People were like, wait a second, you're taking the name that everybody knows, HBO, and you're getting rid of it and calling it Max? Like if Cinemax didn't exist, Cinemax is over there like, wait a second, that's our name. Some people online were pointing out the fact that he seems to cancel shows after 1 season so they don't have to pay royalties. This is something that I also covered, why they're removing shows from streaming, is that they'll cancel a show so they don't have to pay royalties to writers or actors. So after season 1, the show didn't do enough what we thought it should do, and it's not worth basically paying these people royalties. So they'll get rid of it, even if it's a critically acclaimed show. Sometimes these services will have a loss leader, which is basically a show that fans like, but it might not have the greatest, for example, like the greatest draw, the most eyeballs, but it's a critically acclaimed show. It's a show that gets written up a lot. People enjoy it. It's critically acclaimed. It's loved. But it might not be doing the great numbers, but it's a linchpin in the service, and they'll have a loss leader. HBO Max gets rid of all of those. Like basically, they're not thinking about art; they're just thinking about numbers. Oh, don't forget the fact that a lot of people signed up to Max because they had the hubs. You know, they have the different hubs, and one of the hubs was DC. So it was one place where you get all the DC content, all the old DC movies, the old Batman movies, the Christopher Reeves movies, all the new content. But they started whoring it out to Netflix. So if you're on Netflix, if you started seeing Justice League and all these DC titles started showing up, it's because they started whoring it out. So at one point, you're like, well, let me get just Max because this is where everything is going to be. And that's not even true anymore. So that's something else that people are riding on. So people are just consumed by all these reasons. They're like, when is the last straw? Like what they just announced, a bundle. Now Max, Disney Plus, and Hulu are a bundle. So a long time ago, they sold us, oh, if you can actually cut cable and save money by just getting one streaming service, what was the point of canceling cable? It's like after all this, you're back at the same point where you started. So this is turning into a rant. This is turning not into just a Max rant, but streaming in general. At first, it was like, oh, this is revolutionary. You know, you pay one price, you get all these titles. But now it just seems like you get less and less. And I think we're going to see a lot of cancellations because after all this bundling, like you have Netflix is going in with Paramount Plus, I think now. You have Disney and Hulu and Max. Like, what's next? All of them are going to get together. It's just going to be like one big fee, like $100 to get all the streaming services. Like, why did we cancel cable to begin with? Like, it's gotten ridiculous. It has gotten ridiculous. Ad supported. Anyway, guys, this is a Tone Show. I'm going off on a rant. That's why DontStreamOnMax is trending. As always, guys, this is a Tone Show. Tone Show. Ooh.